What's up, YouTube? And we bite with another banger today, man. I'm bite with another banger for y'all today. And we got a crazy one today, man. We got a long title, so I'm gonna let y'all read that. You feel me? Hold on. First out of jail, he killed the father, his best friend, and the baby over drugs and PFI. So, but yeah, he a bum. Yeah, he a bum ass nigga, twin. Yeah, stupid ass motherfucker. But yeah, man, let's get into it, man. Let's see what the fuck this bum ass shit talking about.
Nobody wins when the family feels.
Investigating a triple homicide. Good evening to you. I'm Jennifer Andrews. Our Shahid Evans was at the scene today and joins us now with details.
Monroe Mayor Friday Ellis and the Monroe Police Department held a press conference today after a triple homicide took place in the city last night. NBC 10's Shaw Pryor was at the emotional press conference and has more.
Big Jordan thinks those involved knew each other. He also says drugs played a role. And the chief sounds disgusted as he describes the crime.
What we have here is a special kind of evil. There's evil in the world, but this is a different kind. You got a baby killer that's running around on the loose right now. We've got some very good leads.
Some shit that probably ain't even gonna be seen.
By some fine detective work that'll lead us in the right direction.
In a triple homicide in Monroe, 2 adult men and a 2-year-old child were found dead at the scene.
We all put our foot down to say these folks.
Right direction.
In a triple homicide in Monroe, 2 adult men and a 2-year-old child were found dead at the scene.
We all put our foot down to say these folks are breathing borrowed air. They're no longer allowed in this community.
Fam, you notice how in life it don't even be strangers who do you dirty no more. 9 times out of 10 be the ones you know, the ones you let get too comfortable, the ones you open your door to, let them chill around your kids, around your space, mess up your peace. Those the same ones that end up hurting you the most. Now this morning I came across a story that honestly turned my stomach. A story out of Monroe, Louisiana. Before I even go further, let me say this, man, I ain't perfect, and I don't judge people for their mistakes. But one thing about me and how I was raised, if you do something to a kid, man, I hate you. And I probably don't hate nothing else in life. But if you harm a child, if you take away a life that's young, I hate you. And I can't even fake it. Most of us probably can agree. Growing up where we from, we probably seen a lot of wild stuff. And I done seen a lot of wild stuff, not only growing up where I'm from, but even doing these stories. Gang beefs, set up cases, love gone wrong. But this one right here, this one hit different. Because this was a man, a grown man, who already been arrested 8 times in the last 5 years. 8 times, fam. What that tell you? And somehow he still managed to come home with the latest happening just 2 months ago, which we'll later discuss. And instead of changing his life, instead of realizing God gave him another chance, he turned around and took the lives of 2 men and a 2-year-old baby girl. That little girl was the daughter of one of the men who lost his life that night. And fam, let's just pause for a second. You from the streets, who even got common sense, and you know why this clown thought in his mind he had to do
I don't glorify what you did to him, but I hope you did that shit to sell it and not smoke it, cause really, like, that's how that shit really go to him. Like, that's how that game really go. Like, that you have to play that like that. I hope it was for him to sell and not to smoke, even though I don't condone the shit you did, you feel me? Especially not the 2-year-old child, but that's just how that game go, cause the child ain't in the game, man. The other folks is. But hey, shit.
Girl. Now it's sick and it's heartbreaking that the only reason I can even stomach telling you this story is because these victims deserve to be remembered. This family deserves justice, and the city of Monroe deserves for this monster to be exposed. On top of that, we're gonna find out where we can help and support. But also, if not many, I pray just one learn from this story. Everybody not to be trusted, especially when you're doing dirt. So today, we're gonna go over exactly who this man was, his past, what led up to this moment, the timeline of his tragic night, and how the system failed yet another innocent child. If you're a parent from Louisiana or a parent anywhere in this world watching this, the story gonna hit home, because it could have been anybody's family, anybody's baby. So before we go over this one, I want you guys to remember, I won't give you no angle. I just give you the story. So with that being said, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. We'll jump right to it. Before we even get into the events of what happened, let's take a second to talk about where this all took place. Monroe, Louisiana. Now, Monroe might not be the biggest city in Louisiana, but it's one of the oldest and most historic. It sits in the northeastern part of the state, right along Washita River, a place that's supposed to be peaceful, families fishing, kids playing outside. The small town feels where everybody knows everybody. But truth is, Monroe been going through a lot over these last few years. The city population sits under 50,000. And for a place that size, the crime rate is way higher than the national average. In fact, Monroe repeatedly ranked as one of the most violent small cities in America, high in assaults, robberies, and unfortunately, homicides. Some say it's the lack of opportunities. Others blame the poverty rate, which sit close to 35%, nearly triple the national average. You got good people in the city just trying to make it out, trying to do right by their families. But you also got cycles that keep repeating. What's even crazier is Monroe got a deep culture, soul food, church on Sundays, football on Fridays, and people with big hearts. But between all that, the same pain we see in places like Memphis, Baton Rouge, and Jackson is starting to spill over there too. So when a tragedy like this happens, not a random drive-by, not no street beef, but something that takes the life of a baby, it shakes the whole community to its core. And that's why I wanted to give y'all a little perspective before we jump into this story. Because when you understand what has happened and how the city been hurting for years, you realize this ain't just about one suspect. It's about a system that keep failing the same kind of families over and over again. Now let's go over what led up to the night, the timeline, the victims, and the man police say was responsible. Family Travis Payton, 24 years old. As mentioned, he's been arrested 8 times in the last 5 years. One of his arrests come back in January 9, 2022, when a shooting victim walked up to St. Francis Medical Center with a gunshot wound after being dropped off by a white sedan. The local parish sheriff deputies attempted to conduct a traffic stop on the sedan, but lost sight of the vehicle on Bird Jones Lane. According to deputies, they located the sedan at the corner of Bird Jones Lane and Kegel Drive. Once deputies made contact with the occupants in the vehicle, they smelled a strong marijuana odor in the vehicle. At that time, deputies identified Travis Payton in the passenger seat, who possessed an active warrant, and a 21-year-old identified as Jalen Wayne Dixon. As deputies searched Payton, they discovered 5 grams of marijuana in the left front pants pocket. Once deputies searched the vehicle, they discovered over 2 pounds, a digital scale, and a pistol. Dickerson claimed ownership of the 9. Payton chose not to give a statement to deputies. Dickerson and Payton were transported in foot into the correctional center. They both were charged with possession with intent to distribute a controlled substance. As you can see, he was out on bail and that case wasn't over, fam. But he still had arrests after that, with the latest being just 2 months ago. It was August 16, 2025. He got arrested again for having marijuana, this time around 7 in the morning. But once again, he got a $2,200 bond. Then just 2 months later, October 28, 2025, at around 2:30 a.m., with authorities claiming over a marijuana dispute at a residence at the 2000 block of Grandmont Street near the city's public works department. Authorities walked in the residence and saw 2 men and 1 baby girl shot in the head upon walking inside the home.
Monroe Mayor Friday Ellis and the Monroe Police Department held a press conference today after a triple homicide took place in the city last night. NBC 10's Shaw Pryor was at the emotional press conference and has more.
Why did you do that, bro? Innocent, man. Shit. Yeah.
The result of this is the loss of life of a 2-year-old child.
I ain't gonna lie about that 2-year-old, they finna give his ass some time.
Last night on the 2000 block of Grandmont Street, there was a triple homicide that took the life of a 2-year-old child and 2 others.
What we have here is a special kind of evil. There's evil in the world, but this is a different kind. Make no bones about it. Baby killers are our highest priority.
Louisiana, like, I think if you get convicted of murder, bro, you don't even get life no more. You get, like, they put you in the chair to it. Don't they do that out there in Louisiana? That's why I'm so glad I ain't from Louisiana. If they do, cause I remember I heard people talking about that, bro. They were saying they were gonna pass. There's something about that out there. I don't know. I just know if you catch a murder, I think they put you in that chair. But is that true? Let me know in the comments, man. Cause I want to
know. Any loss of life is terrible. But to do that to a child who never had a chance to do anything is unacceptable in any world.
Monroe Police Chief Vic Zordon says that the situation potentially involved retribution, and he urged the community to not take matters into their own hands.
Drugs were involved in this case. These individuals knew each other. Retribution was a possibility, and what I encourage the public to do is not take matters into your own hands. I know when the situation is significant as this, when you've got a 2.5-year-old female baby dead, that you want to take things in your own hands. Don't do that. That makes things worse.
The call to action for the community is to report any knowledge they have of the situation to help Monroe Police capture a suspect.
This isn't just about this crime, it's about justice. It's important that we all put our foot down to say these folks are breathing borrowed air, and they are no longer allowed in this community.
What you mean?
But we are a part of the criminal justice system, and we take our part seriously, and we ask that anybody else involved in this to take their serious as well.
What you mean by these
At this point, the investigation is still ongoing. For the full press conference, you can visit myarklimits.com. Reporting for your Arklamis news source, I'm Shaw Pryor.
Prepared to be a home invasion. And through countless efforts by MPD officers and detectives, along with valuable tips from the public, the following day they was able to identify and arrest the suspect. Police stated in a Wednesday update that Travis Payton, 24 years old, was taken into custody and charged with 3 counts of first-degree murder, home invasion, and criminal conspiracy. The 2 male...
I can tell you now. But that 2-year-old, they finna... Once he killed that 2-year-old, bro,
Jabbar Simpson and Jamal Bosley, and it seemed the 2-year-old girl was Jabbar's daughter. May all 3 rest in peace and love and condolences to you guys' families. Now it seemed the mom wasn't home at the time, and in fact, she got a call that something had happened to her daughter. Didn't know to what extent happened, and will she be okay or even survive. According to the aunt, she was on a flight and saw countless posts about her daughter no longer living. And that's when she got the news. Now when authorities had announced an arrest, Moore's mom went to Facebook and said the following: "Oh, thank you, God. My baby and Bosley begged for their lives. That was cold and calculated, man. They did not deserve what tragedy that took place. Yeah, I stole a PS5 plus 3 innocent lives. It wasn't that serious. My baby nor Bosley be bothering you bum people, man. I hope they give you the death check. I ain't lying. And please don't comfort me. My 2-year-old grandchild is gone. My son and Bosley lives were taken. My birthday will never be the same." Wow, this happened on her birthday. I kicked, screamed, punched at the air, fell out and hollered. "Daddy, please come out of that house. My baby, nor Bosley came out of there. They out in body bags. Right in jail, ho." The mom also made another post. "Y'all really went in that house and killed my baby, his best friend and his daughter. My baby is a well-mannered, respectful young man. He loved his daughter so much. He took her to doctor's appointments, fed, clothed, bathed, spent time with, and the list goes on. He was attentive to her daily. He has had the same group of friends since elementary school, and I treated them like my own. He was at home with his daughter, not even expecting intruders, insinuating it was more than one fam to come and invade their home and interrupt their peace. It looked so bad in that house. That was an act of evil that is unimaginable. They played with y'all for their lives. My baby played for his daughter's life. Y'all really did this bad, though. Neither one of them deserved this. I love my baby, man. That's my baby boy, man. Y'all did not have to do that. I pray justice is served. I pray y'all don't sleep. I pray y'all have nightmares of the mess y'all left us broken-hearted behind. We need prayers to get through this difficult time. I will never be the same. Man, I ain't gonna lie. This one heavy. Every time I think about that little girl, 2 years old, didn't even get a chance to grow up, to learn her colors, to tell her daddy name. It hit in the pop. That's the hardest to process, fam, is that this ain't no isolated situation. It's the same pattern we see over and over again. Police coming out saying this was over a marijuana dispute. And fam, let's be real, it's 2025, man. Unless you having about 100 coming off the truck, what profit you really making? And to take a 2-year-old girl, life was short slum shit. Foul, man. More developed, fam. I keep you guys updated. This was the story of a young man and his best friend being gunned down alongside his daughter after the man allegedly killed him and robbed him for his PlayStation 5, just to get apprehended less than 24 hours later. There's a link in the bio to help support this family. If you feel in your heart to do so, please do so. Talk to me in the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Until then, I'll catch you guys on the next one.
The 2-year-old though, man, check out our track like a motherfucker, man. Yeah. Somebody should have been there to the coffin. But yeah. Y'all let me know how y'all felt about that video in the comments. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, And stay tuned for more bangers, man. I'm coming with them for y'all.